Welcome to the Dynasty YT. This is your King Shay speaking, and in this episode of In the Mind, I want to be talking about a term in League of Legends called win conditions. Ever since the interview with Bubba Dub after the win against TSM last year in the NALCS, all you guys been hearing is this term in win conditions when you're watching professional League of Legends. And win conditions is a very important term used in League of Legends. It is exactly what it sounds like. The conditions that you need to go through, the conditions that need to happen in order for you to win the game. Now, there's many different conditions in this game, and each team compositions have separate win conditions. So, for example, some might have a super team comp oriented team, so therefore they want to group as 5 and try to force team fights, and that's their win conditions. Another win condition could possibly you have a really strong split pusher like a Jax, right? And he just split pushing for days in the side lanes, and that's your win condition, right? You have maybe a split pusher in the side lanes, and then you have a wave clear in the mid lane. For example, what happened at Dignitas and TSM, the very first game of the playoffs last season, where they had Dignitas had a Nasus split pusher, and they had a Ziggs just wave clearing for days, and then Nasus could do his thing on the side lane. So win conditions is very, very important. In this game, I identified my win condition, and I exploited that. So the win condition in this game was basically to have Tryndamere split push forever, right? Because Tryndamere is the only one in our team that's doing well. I'm 22 minutes in the game, and I still don't have an assist because bot lane didn't do well, jungle obviously didn't do well, mid lane didn't do well, and only this top lane is doing well. So I knew that I needed to make sure that this Tryndamere could do his thing without any fear, and therefore we could win the game. So I see that there's two people top lane, the Caitlyn and the Blitzcrank, and for me, in my head, there's no point in going there because there's three different conditions that's going to happen, right? A, we go there and try to fight them and we lose. B, we stand around and try to defend the tower and they're just going to dive us and we lose. Or C, we don't do anything and we just watch them take the tower, right? And we just let them push for free. So instead what happens is I go to the bot lane right here. I ward up behind me in order to figure out that there's no one else coming along, and then ward up so that this Tryndamere can easily and safely split push, right, without any fear, or at least a better knowledge of who is coming, right? So I see that Fizz is coming, and I set up a trap for him, and he apparently doesn't realize that I'm here. So he tries to go in, he tries to fight this guy, and he gets absolutely melted, and then there's nothing else he can do. This Tryndamere is so strong at this point, right? See, like, if we went up top lane, it would have been a terrible idea. Luckily, our mid laner gets a kill, right? Going up top lane was completely pointless. Rengar died for no reason. So I knew that if I babysat this Tryndamere, which I didn't really need to, but in order to win the game, I needed to make sure that this Tryndamere did his thing, right? We pushed towers with the Tryndamere. We made sure that he was staying alive and pushing these towers safely. And that was the win condition in this game for me. So later in the game, we do get Baron. It was a very lucky Baron because they started it and Tryndamere flanked them from the side, so they like two-shot the squishies. But we just emphasize on the win condition, right? We just send all our 4 people down bot lane or into one lane, right? And then made Tryndamere just go on his own lane. And you can see he's so strong at this point, he gets a double kill, right? So we got to the point, we got so strong enough to the point, we caught up to the point where we could push as 4 and let Tryndamere push the other lanes. And then because I made sure that the Tryndamere could do his thing in the early game, and then focused onto the win condition, we were able to come back and win this game. And in this clip, I'm going to be playing as Rumble in the top lane, and it's going to be essentially the opposite of what we had to do last game. Our win condition last game was have Tryndamere split push and let him do his thing, and then we can win the game. But in this game, we can't do that. If we split push, if we skirmish fight against this other team with an Akali, Rek'Sai, Draven, Tryndamere, right, we're going to lose. So after this kill right here, after I get ganked top lane, I'm like, there's nothing I can do against this Tryndamere anymore. He's really strong at this point. I can't really stop him from split pushing. So in my head, I'm like, guys, we need to group up 5v5 or at least have Jinx with Thresh be able to take down towers easily. So like, they can't defend these towers. If, let's say, Jinx and Thresh rotated mid lane, right? What is Akali and a Rek'Sai going to do to defend a tower? Like, they can't do anything, right? Against a Thresh, Annie, Jinx, like, it's not going to work, right? Draven can't really do much either. So I tell them, like, they get this tower. It was a really nice tower get because their bot lane randomly back for no reason. So then, because they got the tower, I'm like, guys, just come mid lane. Come mid lane and get these towers, okay? Because it's going to be very easy. Okay, so look what's happening right here. We're down 4 kills. We're down like 2k gold. But because I told my team, like, we need to group early, we started to win this game now. So they come mid lane and they get the pick onto this Morgana. It was a very nice pick. Thresh got a very nice hook and got a pick, right? There's no reason for them to be bot lane because it's already pushed and everything. So we come down mid lane. What is this Akali gonna do? Like, he shouldn't even be up this far. Like, he can't do anything at this moment. So he ends up getting picked again. We get another pick with a nice Thresh hook, and it's over. We get this tower for free. I'm pushing the top lane, so I tell my team, hey, look, guys, let's get this top lane. Like, there's no reason to be mid anymore. Like, just come top lane, we'll get this tower. So then we ended up rotating top lane, and then we catch this Tryndamere off guard, right? Luckily, I get a snipe with one of my rockets, right? And then we were able to get a kill, right? And then Akali's thinking the same thing. Like, he's trying to defend this, but he gets picked too, right? Thresh gets another hook, and then we ended up getting another kill. So like, apparently this Akali was really strong, and he one-shot the dude. But besides the point, we're grouping, right? Getting these towers, because our team fighting is far superior than theirs, right? That was our win condition, right? I want to emphasize on that point where we couldn't split push against them, right? We couldn't fight skirmishes against these guys, right? So instead, we group us 5 and we push everything together, because together there's no way they can do anything, right? Kali's gonna get CC, Tryndamere's gonna get CC. They're gonna do absolutely nothing in the team fights, and we're gonna win. And now we're just gonna fast forward a bunch right here, because it's very simple from here on out. It's just like we just group as 5 and team fight, and it's very simple. So we just ended up all we need to do is pick someone off, and it's gonna be over. So obviously we get a nice catch onto Akali. He tries to run away. He gets separated from the team. We're able to kill him. And now what is left to do, right? All we have is Draven left, right? Because Tryndamere's just gonna CC. Draven dies and it's over. Like, there's nothing else, right? Our team fighting is far superior than theirs. We have the AOE, we have the CC. They don't have any of that, right? So it's a very simple win for us. But if we didn't follow our win conditions and we played to their strengths, right? If we continued on to the laning phase for maybe another 10 to 15 minutes, it probably would have gotten out of hand, where Tryndamere could have split pushed a lot faster than we could have 5v5'd. So it was all back starting when I died from the gank top lane. Told our team, look guys, we need to 5v5 and start winning as a team. Ever since then, we started winning as a team, right? Grouping, getting these towers, and then eventually winning the game. I know it was a longer video than my other In the Mind videos, but win conditions is extremely important in this kind of game, right? Because if you understand your win conditions in the game, if you understand what it takes for your team to win, then you're going to win. You don't want to play to their strengths, the other team's strengths, right? You don't want to play their game. You want to play your own game, right? And then win at your own strengths. So the last thing I want to mention is that you guys should look back on my very first professional game breakdown. It was the breakdown between TSM and C9, the very first game in the Season 5 NALCS, where TSM does a very fantastic job of rotating mid lane and getting 2 towers, because they understood their win conditions. They understood that they could push the towers without any fear, because the other team, what C9 had, was essentially a Fizz and an Elise, which can't wave clear for shit, right? So then all they need to do is bring the bot lane to mid tower and get towers for free. So that's what one of their win conditions was. And then go back to the other game where it was TSM versus, I believe it was like Team Liquid or something like that. I forget who it was. Yeah, I think it was Team Liquid, where Team Liquid tried to play this fast push kind of game. And then what TSM did was they focused on getting certain items and then team fighting after that, right? Because they knew their win condition was just getting a couple items and then team fighting after that. So I want you guys to check back on those videos, because those are very important videos to understand the concept of win conditions. All right, hopefully you guys learned something today. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. Remember to check out my other videos. The links will be always be in the description below. Thank you guys for coming out Dynasty, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.